you wanted to tell me about your manhwa that you read?
Yes. So that means it's a Korean webtoon. Like it's
Yes.
kind of like manga, but manhwa. Yeah. It's called Blood Bank,
Cool.
and it starts off the A plot is vampire finds out there's a dude who's immune to his like pheromones or whatever,
To his suck.
and then is like, "Hey, please step on me." Like
Oh
that's the
boy.
actual line.
Is that the one you were posting Discord pictures on
Yes.
last night with the handsome
It's
boys
that
doing
that one.
things? Okay. Okay. I'll have to
Yeah,
put a picture on
okay,
screen
so
for that. Christ.
so you can just use a safe for work picture. It's fine.
Yeah, yeah,
Or
yeah,
if
absolutely.
somebody else wants to look it up, that's their business.
Or tasteful crop of some stuff. Oh, have you
Uh,
seen those memes where people they take like hentai and then they put like a Subway sandwich or something there?
yeah, those are funny.
Those are always fun.
I also like slight tangent, but that one account that's like out of context Western Rule 34, but it's only the pictures of the really well drawn burgers in the pictures.
Someone's hungry.
I love that account.
It's
It's
great.
just burgers.
It's really good.
Yeah. Anyway, Blood Bank. A plot, vampire guy, other guy, fall in love. B
Hmm.
plot, war drama.
Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting that.
It's about dealing with vampire society that started the way it is because there was like the apocalypse happened and vampires were like, "Hey, we can help you survive, but you gotta be our cattle."
Mm.
And so society just went from there.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Sounds dark.
so yeah, and then it eventually gets to a resistance movement, and that's about where I stopped in my reread, and I don't fully remember the ending, but I shouldn't spoil it anyway. Go
Oh,
read
so
it
you
if you
you
want
were
to.
reading it? You're rereading it last night.
Yeah, I read it a few years ago, and now I'm reading it again
Oh,
because I like it.
yeah. I do that with stuff I like all the time.
Vampire Boy's name is Shell Overlord.
What?
Yeah,
Shell Overlord?
yes, that is his name,
All right.
and he's very adorable. There's a there's one panel where he says "okay" like all sad, and he looks like a puppy.
You posted that one, didn't you?
Yeah, it's in that chat.
It
He's
was
so
cute.
cute.
Is that okay? Is Shell Overlord like a translation, or is it like English that they thought sounded cool?
Um, Overlord is the name of the family of vampires he's in, and then Shell is just his first name.
But it's not a translation. It's like that's
I think that just is his name.
that's crazy.
I don't read Korean, so it's not like I've read the original.
Yeah, fair, fair. So hello,
And then
welcome to Anime Episode 2. I totally cut you off there. Fuck. Was that it? I thought you were done. Sorry.
no, I was gonna say the other guy's name is just one, like the number one,
Oh, the number one.
but spelled out.
That's cool. But
Okay,
we're
now
on
you can
episode
do the
2.
intro. I'm sorry.
Oh, fuck. We'll get better at this as we go. Welcome to episode 2 of Anim Eh. I'm your host, Ben. This is my buddy, Max.
Hello.
This is the podcast where you don't need to know Japanese or Korean, but you could if you wanted to.
But you could.
You
I
could
took
learn.
Japanese when I was in college. I know my hiragana.
Oh, so
That's
did I.
about it.
Yeah, I did like one semester and then I couldn't continue, like, for reasons, but
Yeah.
we got that in common, eh?
That's
Today,
a story for a different time.
yeah, today we are doing our top anime OPs, our favorites of all time. We ranked them from like 1 to 10, and we're gonna figure out like what the definitive list is for you.
And a lot of this is based on just a personal opinion and feelings connected to the show, at least for me.
I was trying to
'Cause
be
I
a
get-
little objective with my list, but
Yeah, but
it's impossible
I
to be
also-
100% objective.
yeah, I get really easily emotionally attached to things.
There's series you like, there's songs that you just really love.
Yeah.
So yeah, I tried to swing in that direction, but also like the OP itself has to be good. If it's a bunch of characters standing there, I'm not going to be like, well, I like the song.
Yeah. Or if the animation's really good, but the song is just not memorable at all.
Yeah, that's the other side.
That happens too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's a lot of OPs I've noticed recently that their songs are all over the place. Where it sounds like 5 songs just mashed together into one anime song homunculus. Like the Goblin Slayer OP.
Which I don't know, because I've been avoiding Goblin Slayer spoilers.
Ah, okay. Wait, like, have you started it, or you just...
No, not yet. It's on my to-read list.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, you know what? Read is the good choice, because the anime version's not great. also, I like the art in the manga. It's good. We talk about manga here, not just anime.
Yeah, sometimes we actually read. Forget subs versus dubs argument. Read or watch.
Sometimes I read words. Sometimes
I just want to look at pretty pictures sometimes. And also, sometimes it's just because it's way ahead of the anime and I wanted to know what happens. So I started reading Beastars. That shit good.
Yeah, there's obviously cases like that where... Yeah, there's some stuff you watch, there's some anime you watch where it's like, this is never getting a season 2. Beastars is.
Read the manga.
But yeah, like some stuff it's like, I want to know what happens. Oh man. Light novels is a whole other thing.
I haven't read any light novels myself.
Me
think
either.
one of my friends had the Spice and Wolf light novels, and I meant to borrow them, and I never did.
Yeah, there's a couple light novels like that I read kind of the cliff notes on. Like I didn't find the full thing because they hadn't been fully translated, but people like translated just the cliff notes, like the step by step of like the whole story. Mm-hmm. For stuff like Beyond the Boundary and Hibike Euphonium, where it was like Kyoto Animation's doing an anime of this, and I'm really, really interested, so I have to figure out what this is about before it comes out. Or Hibike Euphonium, where it was like season 1 happened, and then I never thought it would get into season 2 because they rarely do season 2s. So I looked up like the light novel spoilers, and then they did, and it came out exactly how I imagined it. It was great. Nice. Yeah. I
need to get the Durarara sequel light novels eventually.
Because they're not doing the anime anymore, right?
Right. They just did the main series. They're not doing the other stuff.
Yeah, that stuff where it's like, okay. Or learn Japanese. That's like plan F.
Give me my Izaya content.
No, wait, plan J. Plan J. Yeah.
J for Japanese.
Yes. Okay, do you want to start off your top 10, or do you want me to go first?
You go first.
Okay. Yeah, number 10, I was gonna put Fullmetal Alchemist, and then some stuff happened. We were talking about our lists. I said, fuck that. I can say fuck, right? Frig that.
Sure.
I'm gonna do opening 1 to Soul Eater, Resonance, by, I think, TM Revolution.
That sounds right.
That opening is incredible. I never get tired of it. And
it is extremely good.
Oh, it's so
and the
good.
Animation, the one shot lead through the streets, it's just really nice.
Holy cow! That like, yeah. Oh my. Oh, there's so much in this opening that I love. Like usually when my mind goes to, okay, what are my favorite anime OPs? This is like one of the first ones that pops into my head, just because of how good it is. Yeah, like you said, there's the whole like animation of them going through the streets. They do it twice just to flex on you.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, hey, look how much money we spent.
The cuts and the movements are perfectly synced to the song. Like it's hard to find one that's more perfectly synced to it. Just the song itself is great. It shows all the characters. It's really expressive with how it shows them. It's not just showing them like, I don't know, standing there. Like they're all
doing nothing.
Some of them are dancing to the music, which is great. Like you see Death, and he's not just like standing there in his headmaster room. He's like snapping his fingers. He's like dancing around and grooving. Excalibur's jumping around.
Death and his guns do their little pose.
Yeah, and it's perfectly symmetrical, which is right in line with his character. But yeah, they do that weird, wacky pose thing. And I think, like, I didn't notice this until I had watched it a couple times, but they do something I've never seen any other opening do, where it's widescreen for the majority of it. It's widescreen.
Yeah.
It's got the black bars on the top and the bottom until it hits the main chorus again. And it's picking up like when everything gets all intense, and then it goes full screen. And you see all the action, and it's amazing.
And it just works.
I forgot to mention, I'm gonna get really excited about this because I'm really passionate about like these OPs. There are some that I love so much, and I'm gonna stumble on my words and be like, "Oh my god, it's so good!" And this is one of them.
This is meant to be a fun project.
This is the gushing episode because I am gushing everywhere in the safe for work way. Yeah, no, I love this OP to bits. I can't sing its praises enough. You do you have anything else to say about it? It's just
Nah, it just slaps.
Yeah. Oh, the part where Death the Kid is like flying through the air, and like the Patty sisters, they turn into the guns, and like it does that zoom in when the song is like doodly doodly doodly, and it's like it's ramping up, and it does like this like snap zoom on and closer and closer. It's so cool. It's so cool. I love it. It's a great song too. Like even without just watching the OP, like I listen to that song all the time. It's great.
Welcome to episode 2, where Ben is an art hoe.
Ah. Okay. Yeah. Can I mention the one I was gonna go with though?
Yes.
Because I did have stuff I want to talk about with that. I was gonna go with Fullmetal Alchemist. Fullmetal Alchemist has so many good openings. I was gonna go with Ready,
Steady, Go. Are you talking original or Brotherhood? Okay, original.
I'm talking about both, but okay. I was originally gonna go with Again by Yui, like the first one from Brotherhood, or the last one from Brotherhood by Sid. That one's also incredible.
That's right.
And I was picking between them, and I'm like, no, wait, Ready, Steady, Go though. From
Ready, Steady, Go is really good.
L'Arc and Ciel, like, oh man, that one's really special to me because. Like, it's a pretty standard opening. But for me, that was the first time I had ever seen a Japanese opening. Like, on television. Before I even started watching anything online. Like, that was... Because all the anime I'd watched had all been localized openings for kids, make your own lyrics thing. And then Fullmetal Alchemist comes in, and I'm like, whoa, what are they even singing? What the heck? It's a great song. Rap. It's a banger. Yeah. I was gonna put that on my list as a joke, the One Piece rap. Oh, it's so good. I was listening to it again today, just before this.
Yeah, we did a little bit of last minute cramming for this episode. It's fine.
It's fine. Yeah, Ready, Steady, Go is really special to me. That's a great opening. Just like...
It is.
Oh, man.
And the one before that, Melissa, is also really good.
That one's also really good, too. It's weird. I didn't see that one until like later when I was watching the whole series, just because I don't know if they like cut it from the TV broadcast here, or maybe I just was watching the episodes too late. But yeah, no, my first exposure was Ready, Steady, Go, and oh man, it's so good. Okay, you go ahead. Number 10.
All right, my number 10. Is Deal with the Devil by Tia, which is the first opening to Kakegurui.
Yes, this show. Yes.
Yeah, the very, very horny gambling anime. Which I have not seen season 2 yet. I'm a little afraid it will be not as good, so I keep putting it off.
That's okay, Max.
Because I keep hearing that it's not as good. And, music-wise, I already know that I really like jazzy music. It makes me feel good.
Yeah,
I don't really know how else to say.
It's got that jazzy feel. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
And then the visuals of the opening itself, they're really strange.
It's really cool. It's really all over the place.
It literally don't know what else you could do with it for this show, other than like doing the clip show method, which doesn't always work.
Yeah. I'm guessing a lot of like the things flying around, like the fish and like the fruit and stuff, are those are in the show. Like obviously the
Yeah,
cards
it's
would
like
be. But...
yeah, it's little references to things that happen.
Okay, yeah. I like the kind of no shadows art style they have. That always looks good. Reminds me of
Yeah,
a couple Shaft OPs.
The boulder outlines. It's all flat color with the blue wash on everything.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Very
there's
sexy
weird...
OP.
Yeah.
Oh, the only shadows are on their legs, actually, now I'm looking.
Yes, it's the black tights.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Hey, you're right. There's a man that
Really,
made his whole
yeah,
career on drawing black tights on women.
God bless him.
And he's a soldier. For the art world. You do you, man.
Hell yeah. You go, Thyman. John Thyman. Artist of, shoot, was it Mirai Tights?
Mirai tights, yeah.
Mirai Tights? Okay.
5-minute episodes of girls in tights.
Girls in Tights.
That's it.
There was another one, not to go off on a tangent, but I'm going to do it anyway. There was another one where a guy just did that, and that got an anime, and it was his blatant fetish. It's that meme you see where it's like, today's episode, the artist's thinly disguised fetish. Where
yeah.
it was instead of looking at girls' tights, it was girls showing you their panties while looking disgusted at you.
Oh, I've seen screenshots of that.
It's like, this is so specific.
This man knows what he wants.
And he made it. It became an anime. It's just like 5 minutes of getting ridiculed, and then here's my panties.
Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about Deal with the Devil. It's just a good opening. I like it.
Yeah, it's
That's
good.
my number 10.
Okay. Do you want me to go ahead?
Go ahead.
Number 9, had to put in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Absolutely. This is a hard pick. But, yeah, because there's like so many good JoJo OPs, but I had to go with the first one, Sonochi no Sadame. Even though like part 1's not even my favorite part of JoJo.
It's my favorite part.
Oh,
but
yeah?
I'm an outlier.
Oh, yeah, you're one of those people. No, I'm kidding. They exist, though, you know. My favorite's part 4, and part 7's really good, too. But anyway, JoJo, part 1, like, I love how it begins, where you see the manga panels, and it's, like, counting backwards from all the Joestars back to Jonathan. That's a great way to start it. And just, I really like the 3D animation that they did with these openings. Like, they kind of gave up on that.
Yeah, they stopped it with Diamond is Unbreakable.
Yeah. And it's too bad. Like, I heard it was just because they're really expensive to produce, and I understand that. But God, they look so beautiful.
And there's already so much money going into JoJo because of how much detail you gotta put into everything because of how Araki draws.
Yeah, holy crap. Yeah, so I understand that. And have you seen the behind the scenes on these 3D openings?
What, like where they show how they have to bend characters' arms and stuff? Yeah.
They show the other angle, and it's like,
Oh.
His elbow's not supposed to bend that way.
Yeah, I love the one with Caesar's arm where it's just like...
It's the exact one I'm thinking of in my head right now. Oh, man. No, it's a really good opening. I think my main reason why I love it so much is just I love the screaming at the end. Just the like I think everyone can appreciate that.
Yeah. There was one time at a convention, there was a DDR machine in the games hall that had that song on it.
Awesome.
And every time that part went off, people around it would do that.
The whole crowd, yeah, it's infectious. It's
you can't not do it.
Also, this opening's kind of my placeholder for the Fist of the North Star opening. Have you ever seen that one?
Mm-hmm.
Yuwa Shock. Have you heard of Yuwa Shock?
I have, then I don't recall.
Well, okay, Sonochi no Sadame is basically like paying homage to like that sort of song in itself.
Mm-hmm.
Where like, because part one is almost like a direct play off of Fist of the North Star in the first place.
Yeah, I knew about that part.
Yeah, and just it's got that same, like, the singer has that same type of voice. Like, he sounds like an old man singer. I don't know if that's the right way to put it. He has like a retro sounding like voice, and yeah, no, that Fist of the North Star opening is legendary. Like, it's been parodied a million times, and it shows up in so many things. But I think JoJo is a beautiful successor to it. Sono Chino Sadame, like, specifically.
And a lot of people meme on it, but JoJo is, like, genuinely good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's great. I love it. I gotta catch up with part 8, but it's kind of hard when it's month to month, so I'm waiting for it to get to, like, a good moment where I can just binge it.
Yeah.
Because that's how I read most of JoJo.
That's what makes me forget to check up on the Beastars manga, because I'll be like, how often does this update again? And then I refresh it, and I've got, like, 5 chapters.
Is it like semi-regular, or is it every week or every month, or?
It feels like it could be weekly, but at the same time, it's like a team of 3 people, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, is it like published in magazines, or is it like a web manga or something?
Yeah, it gets published in Shonen Jump.
Wait, it's in Shonen Jump?
Oh, well, it's something like Shonen Jump. I messed up saying that sentence.
Oh, maybe like a Jump, like one of those other magazines they have, or something else.
Yeah. One of those magazines.
Okay. That's about all I got for JoJo. You can go ahead with your number 9.
My number 9 is Guns N' Roses by Paradise Lunch, which is the opening to Bakano.
Oh, I love this one. Oh, this one's so good.
Yeah.
Talking about jazz earlier.
Yeah, it's another jazzy one. No one's surprised.
Oh, man.
It's another instance where the music just syncs up perfectly with all the motions of the opening.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
There's lots of little tidbits in the animation itself that hint at different things that go on with the plot.
It's a really clever opening.
Yeah. There's a character that, unless you know who he is, you just disregard him in the opening.
Mm-hmm. He's right
then
there.
You find out.
Or sorry,
they're
right there.
Oh!
It's like right front and center, middle of not middle of the screen, but like right in the screen, and it just lingers on them long enough.
Yeah, but then it goes straight to Lad Russo's face with a dart.
I love it.
And you're like, oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah. No, there's so many good, like, how do I, like, portrayals of all these characters, and Lad's one of the best ones, because, like, his, I think she's his girlfriend, right? Not wife? It's been a while.
I think they're fiancés.
Fiancé? Well, she just, like, walks by as he's shooting darts, and, like, he does not give a shit that she's walking by. Yeah. He's tossing them darts. It's like, yeah, that's him. That's Lad in a nutshell. That's a perfect way to summarize him. That is their relationship. Yeah, and her.
she's fine with it.
Uh-huh. That's great. I love.
She's just like, yeah.
I love the explosion. You got Jacuzzi Splot and Holly Stone just running by, and like one of them's having a great time, one of them's having a terrible time.
Jacuzzi looks like he's about to die.
He's so upset.
And then their hand holding turns into the camera lens.
It's really clever. The transitions are really good, like dumping out the wine to like the other bottle, and
and then you see Ines only in the bottle.
Yeah, like, and
if you look, her silhouette doesn't go past the reflection of the glass.
It's great. Also, like, this was the first one that they did this with. Like, they've done a lot of variations like this, but.
Then the Durarara openings followed because it's like the same studio.
And the same.
And then when they switched
right?
studios for Durarara, they kept that style.
It's good. It's very iconic, and I'm glad they kept it around.
Yeah.
Also, the song's a banger. Like, all these songs are bangers, but this song's really good. Like, it's not your traditional anime song.
There's one lyric in the whole song, and it's literally just, "It's gonna rain tonight."
Mm-hmm. And it's English.
And, yeah.
I could show this song
It has
to an old
nothing
man
to
and he would
do with
enjoy
the
it.
show title. Has nothing to do with the song title. It is just there.
It's gonna rain tonight, okay? It's gonna. You have to let them know, I guess.
And then never forget the name of the train in Bakano.
Okay, yeah, I just like for some reason before you said that the name like popped into my head. I had to resist laughing.
The Flying Pussyfoot.
They say it so seriously too. I watched this dubbed
Yeah.
and they're all just like the Flying Pussyfoot.
Just to talk about a scene from that show itself.
Sure.
The one where it's near the beginning where Fido gives that money to the homeless guy, and then the homeless guy cuts off his fingers, and then they go right back to his hand. I love that scene. It's a really good setup for like, hey, this is how this show's gonna go.
Yeah.
If you don't like this, leave.
The beginning of that show really had me mystified when I first saw it. I'm like, what the heck is going on? And there's a lot of non-linear storytelling in Bakano. It's a great anime. I gotta watch it again sometime though, because it's been like 15 years or something since it. No, wait, it hasn't been around that long.
There's
Felt
two
like it.
shows where it's there's two shows where the opening like segments will either get you to stay or get you to leave, and that's Bakano and Lucky Star.
Yeah.
If you don't like what's going on in the beginning, you ain't gonna like the rest of it.
Oh, it's the perfect casual filter. Absolutely. Oh wait, I just
Cute girls doing cute things.
yeah.
Or murder.
Or murder. Yeah, of course. Anything else about Bakano? About shoot, what was the name of it? What was the name of the OP?
Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses. Yes. Not the band Guns N' Roses. That would be a different tone if they did this opening.
Yeah, and also really strange.
You got the guitar.
Because I think the only time that I know of that I've seen an English speaking band do an anime opening was with Mushishi.
Oh, I haven't watched that one, really.
I never finished it. I watched part of it in high school with some friends, and it's pretty interesting. But yeah, both the opening and the ending are like American songs.
That's cool.
And not in the same way that JoJo has American openings.
I've seen a bunch of ones
and endings.
Or like there's some where they have American endings. Yeah, like JoJo.
Mm-hmm.
Rarely openings, very rarely openings. Oh, actually, you know what? This is a good transition. Have you seen A Silent Voice?
Yeah.
The opening to that's by The Who. British rock band superstars The Who. Talking about my generation. My jaw hit the floor when I saw that. Like, what?
You're old.
Shut up. I'm not that old. I really
You
like.
bullied me last episode. Now you're getting it back.
I really like classic rock, and hearing The Who in an anime was like transcendental for me. Like transcendent. Like it flew me through the biggest loop. I couldn't believe it.
It's like that one gif of I think it's from Kingdom Hearts where Pooh Bear just kind of floats away. That's what I was thinking of when you said it made you transcend.
That's my soul going up to space with fucking love and adoration for Kyoto Animation. But we'll get to that later. Is it okay if I go on my next one?
Yeah.
This one I only thought about like almost last minute. It's probably a lesser known anime Mawaru Penguin Drum.
Which I have not heard of before now.
You've probably heard of Revolutionary Girl Utena. Have you heard of
Yes.
that one? That it's by the same director. It came out around 2011, I think.
Is it also lesbians?
Sometimes. Yeah, pretty much all of his anime are really gay, aren't they?
Okay.
Like, sexualities are all over the place in this show. It's been a long time since I've watched it, but the opening is just really good. I sent you it. It's, like, really stylish, and the thing about this director in particular is he packs in so much symbolism in every aspect of his show. Every every little plot point or emotion, every everything, every little piece of the puzzle in his anime, they always have like an object or something to represent them, or just like a motif or whatever. And this opening is just that plastered all over the screen. And the beautiful part of it is you have no idea what any of it is until like the very end, like the very last episode. It's a really good song too. I like the artist. She does like a bunch of anime songs, and this is probably one of my favorite. It's there's a lot of train symbolism in this show, so a lot of the imagery in the opening, and a lot of like the lyrics of like going round and round. It's kind of about trains. It ties in
from one train anime to another.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, you're right. There's a moment in the plot where it ties in, I think if I'm remembering this right, it ties into like an actual train bombing that happened in Japan.
Oh.
Yeah, which I didn't even know about until I watched this show. It's a good show. It's really abstract, just kind of this director's whole deal. But I mean, I felt really emotional by the end of it. It's a good one. There's good OP. Nice. Just gonna gush about that. You can go ahead with your number 8.
My number 8. Mm-hmm. All right, so my number 8 has a story with it. It's "What's Up, Guys" by Megumi Hayabashira and Shinosuke Furimoto.
Oh yes,
and
this
it's
one.
the opening. It's the opening to Sorcerer Hunters, which the story of how I found this opening in anime goes. Looking at JoJo memes, find the Part 5 version, the fan-made opening, find the original opening, think it looks cool, buy the DVDs on eBay.
Oh my god.
They're on my shelf right now.
Can I interrupt for a sec? Because when I went to go look at the Bakano opening, that was every comment. Was, "I'm here from the JoJo parody." And I'm like, wait, people don't know Bakano?
Yeah,
every comment was about, 90% of the comments were about JoJo. But yeah, so that's how you found this show, though.
Yeah.
Sorcerer Hunters.
And it was like an older repost of a Pixiv video. Which is pretty common. Or, no, not Pixiv. Nico Nico Doga. Yeah. Pixiv art. Pixiv is art.
It's all art.
Yeah.
In this world.
You're right. But, yeah, I have the DVD set over on my shelf in my bedroom. I think it's like 4 DVDs.
That's cool. Have you watched them?
And main character dude's name is Carrot.
Carrot. Wait, that's like Dragon Ball?
No, because it's not Kakarot. His name's just Carrot.
Close enough.
But yes, Kakarot is based on Carrot.
Why is his name Carrot in Sorcerer Hunters?
They all have food names.
Oh, it's just one of those. Okay.
Yeah, and then their boss lady's named Big Mama.
Big Mama. Like in Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots, which I'm sure you're a huge fan of, Max.
Yeah, because I played all the Metal Gears.
Yeah, several times.
I don't suck at them at all. The only game I own totally isn't Metal Gear Rising.
Oh, I love that game.
Rules of Nature, best anime opening.
Okay, so I watched this Sorcerer Hunter opening. I had never heard of this series until you showed me this. And instantly was reminded of Slayers, which is also another 90s fantasy anime. Which also has...
I think you've told me about that one, and it might be the same studio, animating, because they look so similar.
Yeah, I can't tell if it's, just the style at the time of the 90s, or if it was actually the same studio. I do know for a fact, though, that it's the same friggin' singer for the opening. It's still Megumi Hayashibara. She sings all the Slayers OPs, and I love those. I love every single one of those. They didn't make my list, but I spent all my high school listening to those on repeat.
Nice.
And yeah, so when I heard this one, I'm like, oh, I'm getting nostalgic for a thing I've never seen before. It's great, though. That was a great opening. And it's really jazzy, again. Seems to be a theme. It's really upbeat.
I like happy music. I have depression.
Jazz, though, but we'll get to them. Yeah, a lot of them have been jazzy so far.
You like jazz?
Can I go ahead with my number 7?
Yes.
Okay, sorry about that. Just had to cut for a quick sec. But my number 7, we're on 7, right?
Correct.
7 is, I almost didn't put this on my list, but EF, A Tale of Memories, and also A Tale of Melodies. Like, those two openings are very similar. Like, they're kind of like a mirror image of each other. Same artist, same like, style, same series, pretty much. But yeah, this opening's beautiful. Like, I've never seen anything like it where they have like all the English text in the background, or sometimes it turns into like German text. It's
yeah,
like the
I really
characters
liked
are
the
in a
visuals
book.
when I watched through it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's like, it's simplistic, but it's pretty.
It's very pretty. It catches your eye. The music, I love it. Where like you got that heavy percussion of the drums, just like boom, 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 and the violins at the same time, dun, dun, dun. And like I can't get enough of the part where the characters are opening their eyes to the beat.
Mm-hmm.
And just the animation, like there's no shadows on the character. There's like barely any color on them, but like they're animated
very,
really well.
Not monotone, but monochromatic.
Yeah. It's really stylish. The singing's incredible. Like, holy crap, her voice. Also, I get her confused because her name's Elisa, and then there's also Lisa that does a bunch of anime OPs, and
They're different.
yeah, they're different people, but they got good voices. The one thing I wanted to mention about this is it's one of those openings that it changes as the show goes on, and I think that's really cool because I think
I like openings like that.
yeah, JoJo does that really well, and like it's a really nice touch. And I like you remember from the opening how like the girls are chained up or like they turn into dust or ashes or birds or whatever the hell, and like
I'm guessing that's important.
bad stuff happens to them. And it's kind of representative of, like, their kind of mental issues that they have going on. Or just the shit that they deal with in everyday life. And
Symbolism.
yeah, symbolism. They're suffering. Wow. But there's a really nice thing where when it gets to the end of the season, instead of them, like, getting torn apart by this, they're the guys that they become romantically involved with and become lovers with, they sweep in and they save them, and it's such a nice touch. It's so cute. It's just like, oh, how nice. They got a happy ending. Look at that. It's a really emotional series. It's been a long time since I watched it, but like when I watched this opening, like that all kind of comes flooding back. Like I almost didn't put it on my list until I watched it again. I'm like, oh, gets me right there in the heart. Good opening. Fantastic. That's all I really got to say about that.
Alright. Then it's my turn. My
Your
number
turn.
7 is Brave Shine by Eimer.
Hey,
To no
this
one's
one.
surprise, there's a fade opening here.
Whoa! It's like this is a continuation of our first podcast.
Wow. But yeah, it's the opening to the second half of the Unlimited Blade Works anime.
Yeah, I totally watched
It's animated by UFO Table, so it's really pretty.
Can I ask, is it UFO table or is it UFO table? I've been saying UFO table.
I don't know. I've been playing UFO Table.
It's probably gonna be like UFO tabla. You get that French accent on it that neither of us knew about.
It's pronounced xylophone.
What?
Wasn't that funny?
I didn't know, but like, what? That caught me so off guard.
Yeah, it's just a joke.
It's pronounced xylophone.
It's not really. It's just making it up.
Okay, so why is this opening so incredible? Besides the song, the
It's a
song's
little.
awesome.
Yeah, the song itself, it's a little bit biased because the lady singing it has a deeper voice, and as an alto, when I was in choir in high school, I feel that.
Ah, get that personal connection there.
Yeah, I was an alto too, specifically, when I went to Allstate. That was
Ah.
cool. Um, okay.
It's a kind of slow opening.
Yeah, it is a slow
It's like
opening,
really
but
mellow.
it goes with the second half, kinda, 'cause
Mm-hmm.
just the atmosphere of it, everything's a lot more tense than season one. And also, I end up thinking of the MS Paint version that Sleepster made, and it makes me laugh. Because there's this one little bit where he's making like the little tiny MS Paint Reen, and she just walks off the edge of the building and keeps like floating.
Oh man, that's awesome.
So I end up thinking of that, and I start laughing, even though it's supposed to be serious.
Minor OP tangent. There was one I was really tempted to put onto this list. Have you seen Gintama?
Mm-mm.
Gintama has a lot of OPs, and they're known to fuck with them. And one time, I shit you not, they just did an MS Paint OP, like as a laugh. Just one. You can look it up. Gintama MS Paint OP, and it's great. It looks awful. It's beautiful. Like they went for it.
Love
It was
that.
just one episode, but man, everyone remembers it.
Kind of like the Oingo Boingo endings.
Yeah, kind of like that, except like picture the least amount of production quality you can imagine. Gintama doesn't care. Gintama will go like 10 minutes into an episode and a character will be like, "Oh, we haven't had the OP yet," and it just cuts to OP.
Oh my god.
That show is legendary for shit posting. It's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. It's a brave shine.
Yeah. It's in the list that I sent you, so you probably watched it, even though
yeah,
you
I
didn't
did.
watch the anime itself.
I
Which
didn't
is
watch
fine.
the anime. I mean, I've seen a side of those events
You've
from
watched-
the other Fate anime, and I've seen that weird Dean movie that covers it, but it's not really
Yeah,
the same.
and you had my explanation.
Yeah, that too. So like I know what happens, so I
However-
kind of get the tone that's going on in this opening.
Even if you don't watch that whole thing, go and watch the epilogue episode, because there's a scene where Reen and this other lady, that I don't remember her name, have a wrestling match.
Yes, I've seen the I've seen WebMs of that.
Okay.
Like just the
Yeah, that
animation
seems really funny.
and the crazy fight they have, and it's super hot.
Yeah.
Oh my god, those outfits are perfect. Girls in workout gear. Well, wouldn't you know it? That's hot.
Wow.
And they're fighting. Maybe they kiss.
No.
But what if they did? No, they like hate each other, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I should
Save
check
that
that
for your
episode out.
Save that for your dojins, Ben.
Ah, boo. But yeah, that OP, it gets like really action packed near the end. Eh?
Mm-hmm.
Like it kind of starts off like they're not standing around, they're walking around. They're at least using the 3D space.
Yeah, they're moving, except for Lancer. He's hiding from the rain.
He's just sitting there. But it zooms in
'Cause
on
he
him.
is a
He looks
dog.
around. Goddamn.
He is.
Mm-hmm. But
He
then,
literally
like,
got his name because in his original myth he killed a dog. That's
oh no,
yeah.
Pupper, no. But yeah, then once it gets to the end of that OP though, like, hey, let's kick up the action times a million. Let's have them flying down a highway shooting lasers at each other.
Yeah, here's Lancer's metal shoe tip things making some sparks on this bridge.
Yeah. And here's Saber's sword just charging up its giant megaton attack thing.
Excalibur.
Excalibur. I really like the version of that. Another tangent. I really like the version of that in Fate Zero, where she first uses it. I think it's like in the Riverside battle. And it's like everyone's going off and having like their own fights, and if I remember correctly, like that happens, and they all like turn around, like, wait, what the hell is that?
They're like, huh?
Huh? Noble phantasm.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
That's when they're fighting Castor, right?
Uh, I
The
think which
big
one was? Oh
the
yeah,
big
him.
tentacly thing.
Right. Yes. Yeah. And she uses that to finish it
Yeah,
off. And then
yeah. And then
also,
also, what's his face gets shot.
yeah. No, I was also thinking about Berserker on a fucking jet flying around the city.
Yeah.
He hijacks a jet.
So, after an animation update in Fate Grand Order, they change Berserker Lot's Noble Phantasm to him jumping onto a plane and flying it into
Yes.
the enemy.
This is just becoming the Fate podcast part 2.
Listen,
I feel like this is gonna come
I
up
have
more
no
often.
rebuttal.
Okay. Can I go on to my number 6? Like
Number
count every time.
6.
Number 6. Number 6. We need like a cool countdown voice, like in my popular YouTube channels.
Number 6.
Like, number 6. Gurren Lagann. Sorry, Eero Days. Gurren Lagann. This is probably something that's going to come up a lot on this podcast. Come a lot on this podcast, which is
Ben likes Gurren Lagann.
Gurren Lagann is undoubtedly my number 1 favorite show, favorite anime, favorite TV show, favorite piece of media of all time. It's the thing like that you watch and you say that is made like 100% for me. I love every little bit of this thing. And that includes
This
the
show,
OP.
it was made for me.
I know it wasn't, but like that was. God, I love Gurren Lagann, and out of all my OPs, this one's like kind of the straight shot, where it's just like it's a pretty standard OP. Song's great, animation's great. Here's the characters, here's the bad guys, here's them fighting a bit. Here's like the extended cast and stuff. It's really good at setting up the energetic tone of the show and let you know what you're getting into. Also, it's a rare thing. Like it's not even something worth mentioning, but I love when you just have the opening first and not the cold open. So then you don't have to like, oh, it's the opening. I don't like this one. I'm gonna skip it. So I have to keep my finger on the little taskbar or whatever. So the playback bar. I just like that it starts off like that. It's like it's the first thing you ever see, and then you get into the show. It's like it's a really good.
But they did it with an opening you wouldn't want to skip anyway.
Yes.
If you skip this opening, Ben manifests in your house.
I have a baseball bat. No, I have a drill, and I'm like, wait, did you just skip Shoko Nakagawa? Go back. Oh, do you know about the singer of this opening, by the way?
Specify what I'm supposed to know.
Shoko Nakagawa is a fucking weirdo on the internet. Though she is like heavily involved in like a Pokemon like kind of variety show or whatever, like one of those live action things, and she does voices in the show and songs and stuff. But she's also famous for like sniffing cat butts on Twitter.
I was gonna say, is this the lady that goes up to Araki and says she wishes Jotaro would step on her?
That's also her. She's also a huge JoJo fan. She licks her fucking TV with Jotaro on it. Yeah, she's a weirdo.
Oh,
but more than anything, when Part 6 gets animated, I want her to sing that OP. Because goddamn, she deserves it. If she hasn't freaked out Araki too much. But yeah, she sings the OP for this. She sings the OP for Gurren Lagann. She also sings the insert song in episode 11. And just, yeah, she's great. Her voice is awesome.
Nice.
Go ahead.
My number 6 is my JoJo pick.
Yes.
And it is Bata and their song Chase, which is the second opening to Diamond is Unbreakable. And I like it because it's another one of those where it's like a bunch of symbolism and a bunch of little things that you notice as the show goes on. Like, oh hey, that's a reference to that. This is a reference to that.
Yeah.
It's also the beginning of where we start to meet Rohan. Who is my favorite character.
No surprises there.
No. I'm
Yeah.
very predictable.
Chase is like usually the black sheep of the JoJo openings lists.
Yeah, a lot of people really don't
Oh my
like
God.
it, and I'm just
Sorry
like,
about that.
this slaps though.
Sorry, my landlord's making like a ton of noise. I hope that's not picking up.
Oh no, I'll fight him.
um, yeah, no, I actually really like this OP. I really like the yeah, like you said, all the little hints and symbolism and stuff. I really like that piece of animation where it's like going down the hallway and then it goes to what's her name? The girl with the dog. Ruri? No. Yes? The ghost girl.
I would know her name if you didn't just ask me what it was.
Wait, what?
I said I would know her name if you didn't just ask me what it was, because now my brain's pulling a blank.
Sorry. Yeah, ghost girl and her pupper, who are dead.
I know her dog's name's Arnold.
Well, how do you know the dog's name and not her name?
I don't know.
Now I know it and I don't remember her name. What's
Hold
her
on,
name?
I'm getting there. I'm Googling it. Raimi.
Raimi, not Ruri. Raimi. Thank you. Sorry.
Raimi
all the
Sugimoto.
JoJo fans. Yeah, that part where it like goes down the alleyway, and it shows her and she's all upset, and then like it shows sheer heart attack for a second.
Mm-hmm.
God, it's gorgeous. That's probably the most beautiful part of that OP. I love when they do like the really pencily kind of rough sketches animation.
I love. I watched a slowdown like thing of everything going on, and if you
There's so much.
pause, yeah, if you pause the moment where Kira's like cutting his nails, and then it lines up with Shigechi, he's going like right where it would cut off Shigechi's head.
I did see that. Yeah, it's like the next shot, right? The next shot is like the blades like lined up with him.
Well, he's dead.
That's like the most subtle way you can do that. It's really good.
And then there's the rats.
The rats. Yeah, that rat episode. That's the thing.
Blech.
Diamond's Unbreakable is really weird, and it's like, how do you make an OP for that? There's so many weird pieces. Like, how do we involve the rats in the OP? Because we spent like an episode on like or 2 episodes. I think it's just one.
I think it's 2.
Is it? It's really well animated.
I think it's the introductory episode, and then there's the second episode with the time stopping fight.
Oh yeah, it was 2. Because I think it ends on like the fridge part.
Yeah, and that episode is nasty, uncensored.
Ooh, I think I've only seen the broadcast version.
Yeah.
I mean, I read the manga, so. But...
Yeah. Speaking of the broadcast versions of JoJo,
why is a Rocky an animal?
in the dub, there's a scene where Okuyasu's voice actor, they have him say the Josuyasu gang, and I'm like, yo, that's the ship name.
Oh, that's a weird... I wonder if that's on purpose or not.
I'm sure it was. And then there's the fact that Kira is voiced by Wesker.
Oh, like Albert Wesker, DC Douglas?
Yeah, he's Kira in the dub.
Oh, that's a really good choice, actually. I like his voice. I could have sworn there was like a time, like, I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago where he said he was going to stop doing voice acting. I got really upset, but like, if he's still doing stuff, then good. He's great.
And then one last point about the chase opening.
Mm-hmm.
I like the zoom in with the eye, and it changes from Kira's eye to Killer Queen's eye. It's just a cool little thing.
Killer Queen is my favorite stand.
It's a good stand.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's another thing about where the lyrics of the song itself can either be in reference to them chasing Kira or Kira chasing them.
Yes. Yeah, it's kind of dual symbolic lyrics. I'm very smart. In how it like, yeah, it could be either meaning, and like you might notice that change as it goes on. It's like it's probably the like darkest JoJo opening, but like it's in a good time of the show for that, because this is where things start getting murdery.
And also it changes when Kira changes hair.
Yes, it's a good detail.
Same. The next opening also does that, but still, shush.
Yeah, true. Break down.
I'm gonna have a breakdown.
Oh no. Is that everything for Chase? That one's really good. That's a good pick.
Yeah. Number 5.
Number 5. Oh, what's my number 5? Oh yes, Eureka 7, Days by Flo. Oh, I love this
Flo
opening.
is good.
This is another one where I saw it on like late night TV. It was on a Canadian channel, YTV, but one time I was surfing late night and I saw this opening come up. I was like, whoa. Oh, this is really good. I really like the violins in it. In the song.
Surfing late night, and in the opening they surfing.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, the first thing you see is just him surfing on air, and like that like weird mystical waves wind thing coming behind him, and like he's taking off, and like the music's taking off. It's really beautiful. It's really similar to the Code Geass opening.
Mm-hmm.
Colors.
Jabuwa.
Jabuwa. Sakai Samo. That's my singing voice.
We're not getting monetized.
Oh no. Ben, you sound too much like Flo, the band.
Well, I mean, you also said the F word.
Also, you said the fuck word. You cannot make money now. Yeah, no, I really like this opening. And to the comparison with Code Geass, like, I actually like it more than Colors. It's a great song, and it fits the mood of the show so well. Where, like, a lot of Eureka 7 is kind of about music. Have you watched Eureka 7?
Mm-mm.
It's kind of about, like, okay, it's about giant robots. And it's about aliens. And
nice.
Sci-fi space powers. But also, it's about the generational gap between the old people and the young people.
Mm-hmm.
So you have the old crew that's piloting their mechs, and they're rebels, but they're like rebel hippies from their time.
Nice.
So a lot of their music and their like thematical shit is it's all like kind of classic rock and like that kind of movement back then, where it was like against the authority, against like the war. And then you got Renton, our main character, and like all the kids that are his age, and they're all like hip hop and punk.
Nice.
Like in their aesthetic and like some of it bleeds over into each other, but just yeah, music is a really important part of this show, and like I think the opening does a great job with that. It's kind of like the Ava opening a bit, where it hits like the chorus and you get like the flashing, like here's all the deep plot shit, where like here's the big MacGuffin, and then here's like this person, and here's like some flashing text, and like that immediately made me think of the Evangelion opening. I mean, we'll get to that, but yeah, no,
you know what's on here.
I really like this one. I feel a little biased. My majority of this pick is just, man, the song's good, but also the music matches it really well, and it ties into the show.
It's like I said in the beginning, a lot of this is us we just like the song.
Yeah, exactly. The song's really good.
I just think it's neat.
That's Eureka 7. Eureka 7 is not even one of my favorite shows. Like, it's not even really that high on my list, but this opening, ugh. Blah. What was that, number 6? Number 5? Yeah, number 5.
That was number 6.
Oh, wait.
My number 5.
Yeah, Mambo number
is
5.
A little bit of Monica.
A little bit of girl log on by my side. A little bit of JoJo's what I need. Some Bakano is...
All I see.
Yeah, hey, there we go.
How's that song go? All I know is the meme version because of
Huey,
Tokyo
Dewey, Louie all night long. I know the Disney version.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Alright, yeah, my number 5 pick is the opening to Book of Circus for Black Butler, and it is Enamel, and it is a Sid song. Because
right,
yes. I really like the one English line where they say, "Yes, my lord."
You love Sid, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't blame you.
So
Sid's
do you.
Great. Yeah, no, they're great. It's not on here, but I love that opening that they did for Bleach.
I want Sid to do a JoJo opening.
That almost made my list, but Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah. Actually, well, maybe part 7? I don't know.
Maybe. The part 7 ending should be Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy.
It's a little on the nose.
Hey, they did Freaking You for part 5.
That's true. Yeah. It's always, I think it's, like, the picks are always based on, like, what Araki was kind of listening to when he was writing
Yeah,
it.
but also funny.
We're going back to JoJo. Tell me about Black Butler.
Yeah, okay, so Black Butler Book of Circus, um, I believe okay, I don't actually know where it takes place timeline-wise. Black Butler's kind of weird, it's like that.
It's like kind of all over the
Black
place.
Butler 2, as a show, is not canon.
Oh, that's weird.
But Book
I've never
of
watched the
Circus,
series, sorry.
and then I think Book of Atlantis is a movie that I haven't seen yet. Those take place during the time of season 1, but they're like off-screen happenings.
Interesting.
Yeah. And so, because Book of Circus is about a circus, there's a lot of really cool imagery in it, like with shadow boxes and like papercraft sliding over each other.
Yeah, that stuff was really cool to look at. I noticed that.
Yeah.
It does feel circusy.
There's Doll doing flips to the beat
Mm-hmm.
on the trapeze, not the trapeze. What's that? The tightrope.
Yes. Tightrope. Yes.
Yeah.
One thing I really... oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Well, one thing that really, like, I noticed that stood out to me in this opening is how they present the credits. Like, it's not just overlaid on top, it's always involved into the visuals. Like, if he's walking through the smoke, it's like, it's smoky and it's kind of wispy credits, or like, it's on the film reels later, or it's in his eyeball later, and it's like in a circle. Like, that stuff was really clever.
Yeah, that's his pact seal with Sebastian.
So it's like really plot important
That circle.
too.
Yeah. That's why he wears an eye patch.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he does.
Spoiler for a really old anime.
I'm probably not gonna watch it. It doesn't seem like my sort of thing, personally, but...
That's fine. I just like it because I got into it when I was younger, so it's like a nostalgia attachment.
Oh yeah, we
And
all
also,
have those.
having a Sebastian in real life would be amazing. I want a demon butler to do my bidding.
Why isn't
Who is
he
also
black,
pretty.
though? He's the Black Butler, right?
Because his true form is completely black.
Oh.
He's taking on an image that makes Seo comfortable, and so he's modeled himself after Seo's dad.
Oh, jeez. That's messed up.
Yeah.
I'm guessing there's some really horrific issues he has there.
His parents are dead.
Oh no.
They died on his birthday that was also Christmas.
Batman, no.
Seo is Batman.
Yeah, sure. Anything else about Black Butler and Animal Mole?
Grell is beautiful and I love her.
That's the redhead one, right?
She's not in book. Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, I think she shows up briefly in the OP.
Yeah, because she's not super in that part.
I like her
She's
fangs.
just in it. Yeah.
Girls
She
with
also has a
fangs,
chainsaw.
thumbs up. Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's her Reaper scythe. She turned it into a chainsaw.
That's always a cool weapon.
Also, positive trans rep.
Oh, really?
We love
I
to
didn't know
see
that.
it. Yeah, girl's a trans woman.
Cool. Anything else?
She's hopelessly in love with Sebastian, and it's kind of funny because Sebastian's like, "Go away,"
Go
and she's
away.
just like, "Love me."
She's the desperate type.
She calls him Bassie
Bassie?
in the dub. In the dub, she calls him Bassie, but then in the subbed, it's Seabass Chan
Sebastian.
instead of Sebastian. It's like the Chan honorific.
Does she go really high pitched and go like Kiryu-chan?
No, it's not like that, Gemma.
Damn it.
Not quite. Oh my god, I've seen so many Yakuza memes now.
There's a lot. It's really popular now, and good for
I know.
it.
I kind of love it.
Can I go on to my next one?
Yes.
Good.
Number 4.
Good, because I'm gonna go back to number 5. I forgot to mention something. Okay, Eureka 7, its opening is so good that they repeated it in the sequel. I'm not talking about the song itself, like they just played it again, but in the sequel, in like the second half of the sequel that they made, the sequel sucks, by the way, never watch it. But it's terrible. It's, oh my god. But Eureka 7's good. Yeah, in the sequel though, in the second half, they bring back Flo to do an opening, and it syncs perfectly to the original, where you can play them at the same time, and like both the songs complement each other, and like the way they present the visuals is the same. It's like, it's a really neat idea. I've never seen anything do before, where it's like, hey, play these two openings back to back from the different seasons of this series. I forgot to mention that. I thought that was really cool. And the first time I saw that opening, I was like, is this Days? This is just Days. They're just doing Days again, but like a new version. It's called Brav Blue, or Brave Blue. I think it's just Brav Blue. I think they take out the E for no reason, but it's by Flo.
Grand Blue Fantasy?
Yeah, it's called Grand Blue Fantasy. It's a cool song just because of how it matches up with the original. I want to point that out. But my number 4 is from Clannad After Story, Tokiwo Kizamu Uta, which is the opening for Clannad After Story.
Yeah.
Oh my god. This one, for me, was like a really hard choice. There's a lot of hot competition in this type of opening. I only wanted to like pick one, but I wanted to pick like the best one out of all these ones. Air has like a really good opening. I think you've seen that one before, right?
Mm-hmm. I found it because there's a cover of it that somebody made like a whole PV for with Lynn Kagamine.
Oh, okay.
Which is a Vocaloid thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's like it's the same artist that does the Air opening, and it's the same animation studio, Kyoto Animation, obviously. And it's also like the same type of opening, where like it shows the characters and then their names come up next to a still shot of them, and then there's shots in the background of them doing like their iconic stuff. And there's actually like they've done several of these. Kyoto Animation's they've done Air, which has that OP. They did Canon, which has that OP. They did Clannad, like the first half that has that OP, and then they did Canon Clannad After Story, which has that. And I think this is just the best one. Like, they've all evolved.
And then they did Angel Beats.
That wasn't actually Kyoto Animation, but
oh,
it's like, it's Key, which is like the visual novel creator. They wrote the story for Angel Beats, and it's Leah, the same singer. They did like the song for Angel Beats. Hold on. Oh no, Max dropped. Max, no, come back. Hello?
My signal died.
Oh, jeez. Are you good now?
Yeah, I can hear you fine now.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
I don't know what happened there.
That was weird. Okay, so I was talking about Angel Beats.
Yeah.
That one I almost put in this spot. I almost put the Angel Beats opening in that spot. The song's amazing. But the imagery isn't really that good. It's a lot of static shots of the characters standing there, and then it has their names, which is kind of like the Clannad thing. But I'll talk about why Clannad's better in a second. And the other thing is, for half of the Angel Beats opening, it's just clips from the show. There's like not any animation. The imagery of the angel girl on the piano is amazing. If there was more of that, like, then this would take this spot, but I think Clannad has it beat out. First of all...
There's one thing I...
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
There's one thing I really love from Angel Beats, and it's the gif of that one, like, dude where he's flying away with his legs.
Oh, that's edited. That's not actually from the show, but I
love
that gif.
Really
that's what got
GIF.
me to watch the show. It's a great gif. He just like flies into the sky, and the other guy looks up at him like, "What the hell?" Yeah. Okay. So Clannad's opening though, like, I think what sets it apart is it's one of those openings that like really hides stuff from you. So as you're watching it, like later on when stuff starts like really happening, you're noticing stuff in the opening. You're noticing characters and kind of like what they're interacting with.
And there's you're like, oh no.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff where like you don't know it until you see it. I think that's really done well. Also, it's just really, really emotional. I mean, the show itself is a roller coaster of emotions, but like you get to that Kimi Dake wo, she's like screaming it, and like I got tears going down my face. It's so powerful.
Ben says watch Clannad.
Watch Clannad. Hey, you know how I said Gurren Lagann's my favorite of all time and that's never going to change? Clannad's my number 2 favorite, and that's also never going to change because, oh my god. Call it overrated if you like, it still has like that place in my heart. Okay, you can go ahead. I'm done gushing about Clannad. Oh my god.
We're on number 4. My number 4 pick is History Maker by Dean Fujioka, and it's the opening to Yuri on Ice.
This is a fun one to do karaoke to.
Yeah. One, it's already in English at least.
Yeah, exactly.
2, it's one of those feel-good songs, like, I listen to it, and I get the good vibes.
It feels like, almost like a sports anthem, which really
well,
fits
it is
the
a
show.
Sports anime.
Yeah, exactly.
They're professional ice skaters.
So, like, it goes really well with that. Like, you can kind of hear, I don't know if it's, like, the reverb of it, but, like, it sounds like a stadium is, like, singing it. Maybe it's just like the music that goes with it. It's good.
Yeah. There's another thing. It's another one of those openings where stuff slowly like builds up. If you go from episode 1 to episode 12, the watercolor in the background of the episode slowly fills the screen.
Oh, that's cool. I don't think I noticed that like as I was watching it, but that's cool that it builds that up. Yeah, that's a really good one. Do you know about, I think it's like the director of this opening? Or the animation director? I forget her name. But obviously
what about her?
She's like really into ice skating. And she's also the one that did the Persona 5 opening. So that's why they're ice skating in that. Or they're skating down the highway. Yeah.
Now that I know that, I can visualize a lot of similarities.
You cannot unsee it. It's a cool thing. That's definitely like their thing. I'm surprised Yuri on Ice hasn't come back. That was like really popular when it came out.
We're supposed to get a movie.
Where the hell is it?
I want to know more.
That show was cool. They have a Canadian guy, so I'm like, yeah.
Yeah,
Brian J. No, wait, not Brian J. That's another anime character. Yeah, JJ.
Jean-Jacques.
Jean-Jacques, yeah.
I like his theme song.
He's French-Canadian, like me.
I really like his theme song for himself.
It's super egotistical.
I used to go by JJ in high school, so when I heard it, I was like, I'm stealing this theme song. It's mine now.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, History Maker's really good. I really like the style of it. Like, it's simplistic, but it's not like a like lazy simplistic. Like the animation is there.
Yeah, and it almost looks like it's charcoal sketches.
Kinda, yeah.
Or sumi brush art.
Sumi brush? I don't think I've heard of that.
Sumi ink. It's the ink that you use when you do like calligraphy with brush. It's
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, that stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's pretty.
Very pretty. Can I go?
We're now at the top 3.
Yeah, number 3. We're getting there. This is probably going to be a way longer podcast, I realized.
Yeah.
Because, like, I have a lot to talk about. I'm sorry if I've been talking so much, but...
It's fine.
I'm really passionate
It's
about
fun to
this
hear
shit.
your friends be excited.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Number 3 on my list is Bleach, the first opening asterisk from Bleach. This is another one where, asterisk is by Orange Range, I believe. Yeah, this is another one where, like, it was one of those ones where I saw it on, like, late night television. It just grabbed me. It's, like, most of the reason why I started watching Bleach. Bleach is a long show. That's a big commitment. Just
It's like One Piece and Naruto and all that, where everything's long.
It's massive. In the long run, it's not even that good, but I still love it. God, just this is like one of the most stylish openings I've ever seen. There is so much fashion, like, going on, and the author of Bleach is so obsessed with, like, making his characters wear fashion stuff. If you've read Bleach, there's always, like, these really nice double page spreads or color spreads of, like, the characters hanging out, and they're wearing all these, like, outlandish outfits with, like, colors and, like, big floofy parts and, like, big straps and shit. And that is, like, come to life in this opening. Also, just the way all the like bits slide together in parts are, like, the characters wearing outfits they would never normally wear. Like, the actual show itself is shown for, like, maybe, like, 2 seconds. It's where he's fighting in the woods, and he actually has his sword out, and he's fighting, like, other Shinigami guys, and it's like, wait, what was that? Who cares? Okay, back to the cool teenagers being fashionable. And I think... Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Bleach isn't a show I've watched, but I really like how vibrant that opening is.
Oh, man. It's, like, one of its strongest things is character designs, and this is, like, showcasing that so well. And, yeah, no, this was stylish enough to get me into it. And then, also, like, Bleach, outside the normal kind of Shonen Jump thing, like, they're kind of adult-looking characters. They're, like, standing around a basketball court after dark and just hanging out there and being all stoic and shit. And, like, I'm like, ooh, these guys are cool. I want to hang out with them. Were they up
to no good and making trouble in your neighborhood?
They got in one little fight. Rukia's brother got scared and said, I'm taking her to the Soul Society in a town called Bel Air. I don't know, fuck. That's a basic plot for the Soul Society arc. Yeah, Bleach is a cool show. Also, like, one of the best parts of Bleach is the beginning, where it's just, like, weird episodic ghost tales in a small town. It's kind of how Yu Yu Hakusho starts off as well, before they get into, like, the tournaments and the fights and stuff. And it's, like, getting to know that cast. So also it's, like, nostalgic for that opening arc of Bleach, which is so good. Yeah, it's a great opening. It's really cool. Watch Bleach. No, don't watch Bleach. Way too long. I never even finished it. There's so many filler arcs. Switch over to the manga.
There's a list somewhere where somebody made, like, how to watch Naruto, but how to skip all the filler, so it's, like, every single episode number. And then the ones you can skip.
Gintama literally does that. I know I was talking about Gintama before, but, like, they have a character explaining this, and it's like, well, if we keep having filler, then we're going to have to loop back, and it has all these arrows going around of just how manga gets turned into anime in the anime itself. Oh, yeah, it's super self-aware. So what is your number 3?
My number 3 is another Flow song.
What?
And it is Steppin' Out. It's the final opening to Durarara X2, the Ketsu arc. And the build-up with that opening is, like, it feels like it calls back to the very first opening.
Kinda, yeah.
But it's a different instrument. I also hate it because when you're me and you like the villains, you get sad when you remember what happens in this arc.
Oh, no. I never finished Durarara, so...
You gotta.
Fortunately, I don't know what's really going on.
Start over.
The song's really good.
It's only 5 seasons, just do it.
I like the part at the beginning where they're all holding their hands up in the air and, like, it keeps cutting from one to the other. It's really cute. They're all smiling.
Yeah, and then each of them has a different energy because each character is so different.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, and I also like Durarara's like I don't know if it's a callback thing where they show you a little bit portions of the previous episode. So like if you stopped watching for a while and you come back, you could be like, oh yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, like the song
And
keeps
then it,
going, but then they'll show like clips of like what's going to be relevant this week.
hmm but then the song picks up like perfectly fine. It's not a super jarring cut.
By now, like they've done this kind of opening enough times, and they've done those cuts enough times that like they know how to do it.
Yeah.
They do it well.
And the music rebuild matches up with the little visual thing of the lady with the taser gloves.
Oh yeah, is she the blonde
Um,
one? No wait, what? Was she the one who was fighting
she's got
with
the
the?
she's got the big high ponytail.
Oh yeah, her right.
Yeah. I don't remember her name.
It's hard. Sometimes it's hard when you have like just
There's so many
a
characters in
ton of
Durarara.
Japanese ton of Japanese names to juggle through. Sometimes it's hard to remember all of them. I mean, I remember
Yeah.
Shizuo Heiwajima because he's Shizuo Heiwajima.
I love Shizuo. He is big and strong.
And he throws
And he's
things
like
in like every opening.
yeah, and he's the way I get people to watch Durarara is I send them the segment from episode 3 of the first season where
Is that
it's
flashback
like
with
the
him?
first no, it's like the first time you see Izaya and Shizuo fight in
Oh
the
yeah.
street. And then Shizuo goes absolutely ballistic and beats the crap out of the people that busted a piece of wood over his head. Isaiah tries to run away, and then he picks up the vending machine. And then
Yeah,
Simon,
it's amazing.
the black Russian sushi chef, comes down from the sky.
Russia sushi. I love that guy. Oh man, yeah, yeah. That's the thing with Durarara, where it's like, okay, besides Celti being like a weird Doulahan thing, like it's pretty grounded, and then he starts picking up the vending machine. You're like, wait,
But there's an actual explanation for that.
kinda.
And it's he broke his bones so many times they got stronger. Because
he's like a
Isaiah
Super Saiyan.
is a little bitch and got him hit by a truck and so many other injuries.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a cool one. I think personally, I prefer the Bakano opening.
hmm
I think that's mostly just because of the song thing, but also I feel like it kind of flows better with how the editing works.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think the thing with Durara is there's so many characters that's like, okay, we gotta go through these, and we gotta go through these quick.
We gotta go. Uh, how much of Durarara did you watch?
I watched like the full series, like the original, and then when it came back, I watched one season of that, and then
Okay.
I kind of stopped when it took that break, just because like the animation was kind of going downhill, and I know that's not like a fault of the writing,
Yeah,
but it wasn't pulling me in enough.
I hate how soft everybody looks in X2.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's really weird. Give me back my pointy voice.
Bring back Brain Space. Do they still make anime?
Because, like, none of the characters in this show are good enough people to be as soft looking as they are.
Yeah, make them rougher.
Namie wants to do things with her younger brother.
Oh, maybe don't make the one girl soft. The one girl who everyone just identifies by her huge boobs. And I forget her name, so now I'm doing that.
Anri Sonohara.
Right, in her katana thing. That was a cool twist.
Yeah.
Which I just spoiled.
And then Mikado Ryugamine, or as Izaya calls him, air conditioner. Because that's what his name sounds like.
That's funny.
Oh boy, Mikado is a piece of work.
Oh yeah, there was one other thing I wanted to talk about with this OP. You know when I don't remember their names, the nerd crew in their van?
Yeah.
You know when they stop by that anime shop?
Yeah.
I've been there in real life.
Oh yeah, because you went to Ikebukuro.
Yeah, I went there. I took a trip to Tokyo, and I visited that area. And like, after seeing the show and then seeing it in real life, it's like, yeah, they totally captured the vibe of that area. It's cool.
There's a section in I don't remember which season it is, but the anime girl that's on their van for that episode is Hollow
Yeah, yeah, from
from
Spice
Spice
and
and Wolf.
That's like the first thing they show up with, those characters. It's like episode 1, and they walk on screen with a giant cardboard cutout that they just picked up somewhere of Hollow. They're like, look,
Yeah, it's like here's a
another
bunch of
show.
weebs. They're torture experts.
Look, it's you, but they're really cute. I love the girl with the long black dress and her hat. She's adorable.
That's Erica. She's a Fujoshi.
She's really cute, though. I think
She is why Shizaya is a thing.
I think I also went by the subway station where they have that final confrontation on the first season.
Mm.
I love that moment.
But we all know true waifu is salty.
Oh, she's the best and the greatest voice ever. Mm.
In the dub, it's Saber, isn't it?
Is it? Oh wait, yeah, it's
same voice actress.
Carrie Walgreen, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's good too. She does a lot of stuff.
She has a very pretty voice.
Okay, can I move on to my number 2?
Number 2!
Number two on my list is Cruel Angel's Thesis from Evangelion.
Everybody
Okay.
knows this one, and it slaps.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Max, go ahead with your number 2.
But why is it on...
Go ahead. No, we can talk about it a bit.
Okay.
I could not put this on my list. I think everyone knows why this is, like, such a huge deal.
Even if you've never watched Evangelion, you know this opening.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
It's been memed to death. It's really nice. There's that video of like the black church choir singing it,
Oh, yeah.
and
That's the jazz version.
That's a freaking banger.
You've heard the jazz version, right?
Yes.
That one's great. When I went to Japan, I was browsing through TV, and they were doing, like, exercises, and they were doing it to this song.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I don't know why. It was weird. The guy had a top hat for some reason. I took a video
What?
of it. Yeah.
Mini tangent, but still related to anime.
Mhm.
We were coming back from a casino in Mississippi one day, and we walked into a pawn shop on a whim, and I look at the TV section, and all the TVs are playing Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, that's awesome. I'd almost
That's where I bought these
considered Yu-Gi-Oh's
headphones that I'm
opening.
wearing. I got these
Oh.
Turtle Beaches unopened for $20.
Oh, that's a good price. I got mine for like $75, and that's Canadian, so that's like $1 million.
Yeah.
Evangelion. Like, okay, I think this was, I mean, I'm not a huge, retro mecha fan, but from my knowledge, this is like the first of its kind in like that genre and just openings as a whole, where it's like, it's more serious, it's more symbolic. That style hadn't really been done before.
Shinji's my son.
Shinji is your son.
I love him.
But I
We'll
think
put this 14-year-old in a war.
this isn't just like, oh, it's a great opening. It's like this inspired like freaking hundreds of other openings.
So much.
So much has been influenced just by Evangelion, like just in what you can do in an anime OP.
That slower opening that builds up to the trumpet.
Oh, it's so good.
is-
Yeah, most of the songs
Kino.
build up, and
I think
yeah,
is how you use that word.
got the naked girl sliding by, and Shinji's looking all like, oh man, and then like stuff picks up. You show the characters; their faces are flashing. They're just standing in front of a camera. Hey, the characters are just standing there. Why is this a good OP? I'll tell you why. Because it just starts flashing robots and really cool words and like a bloody robot hand and like destruction, angels, Tokyo 3,
Bloody teeth.
bloody teeth. This thing, it's growing giant orange weird wings that don't actually show up in the show. And then Shinji turns around and it's over, and you're like, what did I just go through? Oh.
And
Am
then,
I religious
Shinji
now?
does his scream. Shinji does a lot of screaming.
Wait, what?
Shinji does a lot of screaming in the show.
Oh, in the show, yeah. Especially that end of Evangelion, which you gotta watch that sometime, man.
I know.
It's ooh.
Oh.
I think you'll really.
And then
enjoy
I gotta watch the movie versions.
Oh, like the rebuilds?
Yeah, just because I want to.
Those are the thing. Yeah, they're interesting. We can talk about that another time. Maybe
I gotta figure
sometime
out
we'll
why
watch
everybody
it.
loves Kaoru so much. He showed up for one episode.
I mean, it was like that for like a good decade and a half. Of people just love this character. He was there for one episode, and people
And everybody's
love
like,
him. Keep pumping out merchandise. Yeah.
they saw a gay and they went for it.
Pretty much. I mean, yeah. I think actually, little tangent, but I think the third rebuild movie is like they actually do that relationship a lot better. They give it a lot more time because they have like a whole movie to do it rather than one episode. And it's like the whole crux of that movie. That movie has problems, but that's easily the best part.
Can we do another pause cut? I need to go to the bathroom.
Okay, no problem. So
Okay.
number 2.
My number 2 also has a story with it.
Okay.
I originally wanted to do a cover, again, flow, of Chala Head Chala, but then I realized that song is used as the credits to the Broly movie, so it doesn't count as an opening.
Yeah, it's an ED, not an OP.
So instead,
You dumb.
I've gone with the Japanese version of Dragon Soul from Dragon Ball Z Kai.
What was it? It's Dokkan. Do.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
Forget how it goes.
I really like Dragon Ball Z. It's one of the first animes that I ever found just because I was like clicking through channels. Adult Swim Toonami comes by. I see Dragon Ball Z uncensored and I'm like, this is hype as shit.
Oh, it's uncensored. Cool.
Yeah, this because like all the blood was still there. But I didn't know that much about like finding anime to watch it.
Yeah, that's the kind of something you gotta figure out.
Yeah. A couple years go by, Dragon Ball Kai comes out, and it's Dragon Ball Z, but cleaner animation, and the blood's toned down a bit, but that's okay, because Dragon Ball Z at its core, it's just a fun watch. It's another thing that gets memed to death, but deep down, you know you love it. It doesn't have to be deep. It's a really basic anime. Everybody's seen it, but there's a reason that it's popular.
Gotta raise my
And it
hand
is
for a
that
second
it
here.
is just fun.
I didn't actually watch Dragon Ball.
Do what?
I don't know.
Oh,
No,
I
okay.
say everyone generally.
I've seen some of Dragon Ball Z. It was one of those things though where I tried to start watching it. It was in like the middle of the Cell Saga, and I was totally lost.
Yeah, that's a little late to jump in.
But the thing is, it's like so mega popular, and through like so many parodies and like stuff I've heard and been exposed to over the years, I basically know like the core story.
Dragon Ball Z abridged.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z abridged helped with that a lot. Totally.
I love
But,
it.
I mean, I know it's no substitute for the actual original, and I will get to it someday. But yeah, I can definitely see why people love it.
It is another show that gets kind of long because things are drawn out and there's a little bit of filler, but it's not Naruto levels.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, this is like, it was the trendsetter. It was like the big fighting anime, shonen power levels.
Dragon Ball Z had such an influence on me that for years, my art style looked very Akira Toriyama.
Oh yeah.
And while I've grown out of it a little bit, I still have a habit of doing that happy eye shape he does, where it's like the half circle and the flat bottom and the dot eyes. I still do that.
It's not too hard to adapt his art style. You only have to learn 3 faces.
Yeah. You ever seen Dragon Quest? It's like 3
Yes.
characters.
And Chrono Trigger and a bunch of stuff.
We got red Gohan, we got blue Gohan.
Red
That's
Goku,
mean.
White Goku, Blue Goku.
Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku. Why is
Ultra
that a thing?
Instinct. Yeah.
What is going on in Dragon Ball Super?
I like the part of this opening where they're just standing there and it's the same pose from the original Dragon Ball Z opening.
Yeah.
That I instantly recognized.
It is kind of like a remaster,
Yeah,
and
kinda.
the animation is really clean, but at the same time, you kind of lose something when you don't get the original watercolors and all that. And there's a lot of like discourse in the community. I say discourse, but it's not like people arguing with each other. It's people arguing with the people releasing the DVDs,
Oh, that
where they
crap,
make it
yeah.
so that they make it to HD and you just lose part of the charm when
Also,
you do
like,
that.
some of them are messed up and they cropped out like the top and bottom of the screen. It looks terrible. They're
Yeah,
like, look, it's
there's
full
that.
screen. It's like, no, you cut it out.
But then there's also the 4Kids version of Dragon Ball Kai.
Oh god.
They made Mr. Popo blue.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that. That was a whole thing.
There's the scene with Vegeta walking out of that chamber in the Namek saga, and he's got really badly drawn on underwear because we can't show a butt.
Oh yeah, yeah, he was naked, wasn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a lot of nudity in Dragon Ball.
Yeah, that's true. Cut off their tails and stuff.
Yeah.
So what about this OP? I think the weirdest thing is like it's digital, and then you go to the show, and the show's still like the traditional animation, or it's hand drawn.
Yeah, it's got a lot of
painted.
like it's cell shading, but like the 2D version of cell shaded.
Yeah, it's very nice looking.
Yeah, it's very
shiny,
clean.
Shiny Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball Z tangent. There's a restaurant in Orlando, Florida called Super Saiyan. And it's a ramen restaurant that's Dragon Ball Z themed.
Oh,
and I
that's
went
awesome.
there and it was good.
Cool. Super Saiyan.
It's a really small noodle house, but the entire place is decorated in like Dragon Ball Z merch. There's a life-size Vegeta statue by the bathrooms.
Now, is that officially supported, or are they just like, yeah, I hope they don't notice?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's funny when about the life-size Vegeta when you remember he's only like 4'11".
Oh yeah, he's short, ain't he?
Yeah, and that's with his hair, I think.
That's cool. Which Dragon Ball?
Vegeta...
Oh, go ahead.
Vegeta and Astolfo from Fate have the same height and weight.
That's yeah.
Think
I've
about
seen
it.
that meme. Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Mass. Which Dragon Ball OP did like you grow up with? Because it was different from Canada and America.
Rock the Dragon.
Yeah, you had Rock the Dragon. We had a weirder one. Have you heard it?
No.
It's just the same thing over and over again. It's like this guitar is like, but then it's Dragon Ball Z.
Well, nothing is bad as the German Naruto opening. Have you heard the German Naruto opening?
Yes, I've heard the German Naruto opening. I'm talking about the Dragon Ball one though.
I'm just saying nothing is as bad as that.
Yeah, that one's not great. I don't know. I like the Canadian one the best, just because that's what. I mean, I didn't watch the show, but like sometimes, like, hey, my thing I was watching ended, and this cool dragon rock thing came on, and I'm like, oh, I'll listen to that. Yeah. Z. Everyone jokes that Canadians say Dragon Ball Z. We don't. The opening shouts Z at us a million times. Dragon Ball Z, and then they show like the clips of them fighting and stuff. It's weird. A lot of sound effects too. That was something I was gonna bring up with the JoJo openings. You know how they have the sound effects in those?
Yeah.
I don't like those. I think it ruins the song. I know a lot of people like them. I don't like those.
Valid.
Alright, just hear the song. I mean, it's cool just for like one, I guess. They do it like once per season, but I like the song. I think the weird sound effects ruin it. That's my hot take.
And that is fine.
So are we all done our number 10 to
That
number
is-
2s.
Yeah, looks like it's...
This is the time where we get to honorable mentions.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Since you went... Yeah, I was gonna say, since you went first with the list, I'll go first with my honorable mentions.
Okay, yes. Go ahead.
I have to reopen the chat so I can read what I wrote down. Although I might also add a few extras, because as we've been talking, I've remembered other ones that are really, really good.
Oh, yeah, totally. I have like a ton. Just go through them real quick.
Yeah, my first honorable mention goes to Sakura Kiss from Ouran High School Host Club.
It's a great one.
It's classic. Rain by Sid, which is the 5th opening to Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood.
I almost put that on my list. It's amazing.
Howling, which is from Seven Deadly Sins Season 3.
You showed me that
And
one.
it's
That was cool.
It's Flo and Grand Rodeo together, which is good.
Oh, it's like a team up.
And then
Nice.
speaking of Grand Rodeo, I also love the first opening to Kuroko no Basket, which is just called Can Do. They say Can Do It in the song, but the song itself is just called Can Do.
They couldn't fit the it. Cost too much money.
I guess not. The Units version of Great Days, which is the final episode version of that episode of that arc,
That whole song's a banger.
and where it's all, yeah, it's where every JoJo singer sings the ending, and it's
Beautiful.
real nice. I've got 2 Lisa songs, and that is Gurenge, which is the Kimetsu no Yaiba, and Crossing Fields, which is from Sword Art Online, which, yes, I know Sword Art Online sucks ass, but the opening is good.
Oh yeah, I don't like that show, but like that opening, I think is like Lisa's best song. It's really good.
Yeah.
I love the
my
part where what's her face is running in with her sword and she's drawing it back and she's run towards the
Asuna.
Like, yeah, Asuna. Bad with names today.
I hate that I know her name.
Yeah, that opening rules.
Then we've got Ready 2 from Brand New Animal.
Hell yeah.
We love a cute Tanuki girl.
That's weird. That one's only a minute long instead of a minute 30. It's a great song,
Yeah.
though. You know what? It doesn't need
I
to
think
be a
it's just
minute 30.
because they packed so much animation into it. They were like, it's enough.
It's great.
We don't need to overwhelm everyone.
Mm-hmm.
The Noragami Aragoto opening, which is Hey Kids by the Oral Cigarettes. That's another really nice one. It's not one of the ones on my list, but it's one of the ones I remembered later.
I don't know if I've seen that one or not. You might have sent it to me.
And
but I don't remember.
then the Sonic X Japanese opening. It's called Sonic Drive,
Oh.
and it's by the dudes who did Chala Head Chala, the original one.
Amazing.
Yeah. I've got Tabi no Tochu from Spice and Wolf on here.
I haven't seen it. Sorry.
That was another, yeah. It's a very slow, calm opening, but it fits with the visuals because it's pretty calm and snowy in the very opening. It just feels good to watch.
Nice.
And then the Lucky Star opening.
Hell yeah.
I buy sausage.
That one's been memed to death really hard lately with the out of touch thing, but like I really like the original.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the out of touch thing because I love classic rock, Hall & Oates, hell yeah, but so people are like, what is this show? And I'm like, oh god, it was the biggest thing in the world when it came out. How do you not?
Yeah, how do you not know what Lucky Star is?
Is that all of your honorable mentions?
Happy Lucky Dochi from Higurashi. That's my last one.
Yeah. Okay, sure. It's coming back a second time. Okay, I'm gonna go through mine really quick because, like, there's a lot, and I don't have time to spend on each one. Okay, starting with all the ones I mentioned, like all the other ones that like I mentioned that like the Angel Beats OP or Fist of the North Star and stuff that I couldn't fit on here, or the Full Metal Alchemist ones. Those are all great. Anything I've mentioned so far has mostly been great. Also, the opening to Pokemon, that was classic. The opening to Cutie Honey, they've been using that same song.
Yeah.
That's an amazing song.
I got another honorable mention. Devilman no Uta.
That's great. I don't think that's an opening, though. It's like an insert song.
No, it's the opening in the original 70s anime.
Oh, the old one. Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah. Old version, sure. I like the Cutie Honey opening. That one's like the really good
Yeah,
version of it.
Kodakumi version,
I think so. I don't
the
remember.
J-pop. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
like
good.
yeah, the mid 2000s one. That one's beautiful. That OVA like rocks. Okay, Aria the Animation, Tatami Galaxy's opening, Promised Neverland's opening, Mob Psycho 100's opening, Blood Blockade Battlefront's opening, Die Buster, Death Note's second opening, Higarashi's first opening, Steins Gate's first opening, Ghost in the Shell, both the CG opening, the first one, and second Gig's opening. Those ones are amazing. Occultic 9 has a great opening. Zombieland Saga has an amazing one. I really like Engaged the Unidentified. Yu Yu Hakusho. I put Penguin Drum on the list. Why is that still there? Kids on the Slope
Wait,
has a really good opening. Sorry, what?
English or Japanese for Yu Yu Hakusho?
I think the English one, actually. I really like that one. The version of Smile Bomb, where running through the crowd in this faceless town, touch of a friend. Yeah, just that one.
Yeah.
That's like 114 episodes or some shit, and like I never get tired of that one. It's great. Kids on the Slope. Slayer's Next is my favorite Slayer's opening, but like all the Slayer's openings are great. Samurai Champloo has a really good opening. Rest in peace, Nujabes. Nichijo's, both their openings are great. Pop Team Epic has an amazing one. Cardcaptor Sakura has a classic one. Attack on Titan, that's a good song. Katanagatari, hell yeah. Inuyashiki, really cool rock and English stuff. Bakemonogatari has a ton of openings, but I mean, like...
Say no.
Yeah, Renai's Circulation is like the standout for sure. Rage of Bahamut has like a really cool metal opening. All Know Zero has a good one, because Yuki Kajira. Princess Principal has a really good opening for a really mediocre show. Gintama has plenty of great openings. I mentioned the MS Paint one. That one's crazy. Hidamari Sketch, I love that show. That has a lot of cool openings. Kemuri Kusa, I almost put on this list. That one's really good. And then all the Persona anime openings, which are all amazing. And any opening by Kyoto Animation. Because just they can do no wrong. And also the One Piece opening.
Azura no Rhapsody is good.
That one's amazing. Yeah, that's a good one. I love all their openings. But I put Clannad as, like, the all-time best on my list.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all my shoutouts. I had a lot. I'm out of breath.
It's okay. There's probably a few songs that I missed that I thought of and then forgot because I have dumb brain.
Oh, yeah, I went down my entire list of stuff I watched. I probably still missed stuff that I'll kick myself over later, but... Yeah.
We can always have a revisit. It's not like we didn't revisit our first episode already.
In the middle of this podcast. Okay, so the final thing. Oh,
Your
wait.
number one is...
Okay, my number one is a cop-out bullshit one. Because it's 3 openings. Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei has 3 incredible, equally good openings that are all, like... It's kind of an in-joke in the fan base that, like, you cannot pick one of these over the other. Like, it's just going to be argued about forever. They're all better than the other one because they're all amazing. And they're all really, really good openings. Not just the songs, because the songs are bangers, and I've been listening to them for, like, over a decade straight, and, like, I never get tired of them. But this show packs in so much weird symbolism and crazy visuals, and it's all super stimulating to watch. And a lot of the openings evolve... No, all of them evolve over time throughout the show. It's really weird when you watch the first episode of Zetsubo Sensei, and the first opening is just... It's a bunch of text on the screen. There's nothing drawn. They didn't do anything. Probably they didn't have the budget to, like... Or the scheduling to finish it yet. And then over time, they refine them more and more. The animations are incredible, but then also, like, sometimes they add weird abstract shit. I showed you that one from the second opening, where suddenly it becomes mixed media. There's a ton of paper cutouts involved. It's basically where they had that idea on, like, how they stylized the witches in Madoka Magica. Like, how the look from that, I think that originated from this show. It was like the first one to do it. Zetsubo Sensei goes wild with mixed media.
Speaking of Madoka, did you hear Calafina broke up? The band?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know the reason. I
Ah,
just heard that they did, and I was like, oh,
well, that sucks. Oh, damn. There's a lot of their
sorry.
openings. Oh yeah, I didn't put Sorno Woto on here. They do that opening, and that one's amazing. That's upsetting. Okay, so Zetsuba Sensei. It's really weird and wacky, and the songs are great. So why is it my number one? And this has to do with the series itself, right? So Zetsuba
Hmm.
Sensei, for those who haven't watched it, it's a gag comedy series, but it's a lot of dark comedy. Like the main character's shtick is he's always trying to commit suicide, and then the main girl is always looking on the bright side of things. You got your negative character and your positive character, and every one of the like extended casts has a weird quirk like that, and they're always like funny, but then also kind of dark at the same time. Like I think the best example of it is the girl that she's covered in bandages all the time, so everyone thinks that she's a victim of domestic violence, but really she just really likes animals, and like she'll like go up to a tiger and then it'll like scratch her arm, so she's always like got a cast and a sling on. It,
Mood.
yeah, weird characters. They all have their dumb personalities, and they play off really well in the show. But the thing with the show is there's a lot of abstract visuals. There's the mixed media stuff, but there's also just a lot of stuff that pops up on screen that doesn't make sense. And that carries over from the manga. The manga artist like just does weird things. And then after the anime ended, the manga kept going. It's had a couple more like 100 chapters maybe. And then
Jeez.
like maybe 100, maybe 150, maybe 200 chapters more. Yeah, they stopped making the anime, but the manga kept going, and the manga had an ending. And for a gag manga ending, it was not only really dark, but it was a megaton of a plot twist. It's and not only that, but you find out the plot twist, your mind gets blown, you're like, oh my god, I can't believe that was there the whole time. And then you start reading backwards, and you start looking through the entire series and all these weird things that would pop up. And it's all symbolism for this ending. And then you look at the anime adaptation, which at the time when they were making it, the ending wasn't written. But it still has all this symbolism, especially in the openings. The openings are like broadcasting in giant neon lights this plot twist that nobody knew about before it was written. And I think that's so incredible.
So this is another read, don't watch that I should add to my list.
No, absolutely watch it. It's so good.
Okay, but like,
But also
I
read
should
it.
also read it.
Yes.
Okay.
But like, yeah, like the animation and the directing style is awesome, and the voice acting is really good. But yeah, that plot twist, like the way it retroactively fits into the anime, and people go back into the anime and go, oh my god, this was all there the whole time. That's super cool. I really like
All
that.
according to Keikaku.
Yeah. So, yeah, really, really good openings, really good songs, but also like that added bit of just holy shit. The symbolism was like projecting this thing the whole time. I love that. That's why it's my number one.
Nice.
What is your number one, Max?
My number one is not nearly as deep.
It's okay. Could just be a personal
It's Golden
pick.
Time Lover by
Fuck
Tsukima
yeah.
Switch. It's the third opening to Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood.
That song rules. That opening's great.
Yeah. It's another song that I've listened to so many times. It's a 5-minute song. The full thing. It's almost 6 minutes long actually.
I've listened to it a ton of times. It's great. It doesn't feel
But
that like
it's
long when you're listening to it.
no, it's just a really easy song to listen to. It goes with like a really good arc in the anime
Mm-hmm.
because it goes with the transition between the greeds, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly.
It's like
We go from regular greed to greedling.
yeah, it's like it's a really kind of dark part of the show. And
It is.
all your main characters are down on their luck, and like all the villains are going around doing their thing, and that shows a lot in this opening. It's a lot of the imagery.
And there's the opening shot where Ed almost crushes the flower, or does crush the flower and stands up, but then with the ending shot redo, he doesn't crush it. He stops just before.
I love that. It goes full circle, and you don't see that much in openings.
Also, watching Ed grow up in the anime is just really interesting to see, because that doesn't happen a whole lot.
That never happens. I think like everyone's seen that comparison of like, here's the first arc, Ed and Winry, versus here's the last arc. He's taller than her, and he's way more muscular, and they've grown so much more mature, and like that detail in the animation is amazing.
And then there's the artist who draws herself as a cow.
Yeah. She
I love it.
She grew up with farmers, so she a cow. Yeah, no, that's such a good opening. A lot of people don't like Tsukima Switch. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, that's why she has all the pro-milk stuff in her in Fullmetal Alchemist. It's because she was a dairy farmer.
Can't waste any
But
of
then
that.
on the other side of being a farmer and growing up around cows is Shindo L. Grew up on a cow farm.
Oh, that explains that thing
Yeah.
I saw.
And that's where he gets his idea for a lot of his imagery. So
Tsukima Switch
the same experience can really people can deal with the same experiences very different ways.
Yeah, it's something I hadn't thought about till just now. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people don't actually like this opening.
Yeah.
It's really good. And like
It's
it totally
Chase all
grows on
over
you.
again, where I picked the unpopular one.
Yeah, you keep picking the dark horses, but they're good. I like them. And yeah, this one's really good. What's something else I was gonna... Oh yeah, I like the band. They've done openings for a couple other anime that I've watched, and yeah, like I like this song. This is one of their best songs.
There's another few good honorable mentions / everybody agrees they're good.
Oh yeah, we were supposed to do this, right?
Yeah, Flyers by Bradio.
Yeah. What? Wait, what was the show called? Death Parade. Death Parade. That opening is amazing. Cowboy Bebop.
Tank.
Also an amazing opening. I wanted to.
It slaps.
I wanted to mention the Trigun opening as well, which is pretty much similar to Tank, where it's just an instrumental, except it is just an electric guitar. The entire opening.
I haven't seen much of Trigun. I think I watched the first few episodes.
It's a good
but
show.
I like
love the manga,
I like the look. Vash is a cutie.
Hell yeah. Yeah, Tank is like one of those ones where it's like, it kind of goes without saying, it's one of the greatest openings ever.
Mm-hmm. Evangelion was supposed to be in this section, but Ben was like, no.
No, I have to put it on my list. It's so good.
The 4Kids Pokemon opening.
Yeah, I put that in my shoutouts, but like, oh man, that's a great song and everyone knows it.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah. Everyone from like, I don't know, the ages from 21 to 35 or something, whatever this generation is, like, they know every word.
Yeah.
To, I want to be the very best. Suck my dick, I'm gonna
And
do
I'm
it.
under that age range, but I still know all the words.
There you go, exactly. Were there any
I'm
other
a weird
honorable
mix of Gen
mentions?
Z and Millennial.
Or no, were there any other things that everyone knows? I forgot to write them down. Did you have them written down? I think those are the big ones.
I think those were the main 3 that we had.
Yeah, those are just amazing. We probably missed some stuff. Tell us if we did, because
Yeah,
sorry, this
leave
podcast is
stuff in
probably
the
really
comments.
long, as it is.
One more shout out: the Akiba's Trip animation opening slaps.
I haven't seen that one.
Okay, so you know Akiba's Strip the game?
Yeah.
You know how that works?
Mhm.
Yeah, they turned that into an anime.
Yeah, I know about that. I saw the
The
last
opening's
episode.
really nice.
Because when I was in Tokyo, I was just going through TV. I'm like, oh, it's that show. Oh, it looks like this is the ending episode. Oh, it's over. Cool. So I saw the ending. With no
And you
subs
understood
or
none of
anything.
it?
Yeah, I understood nothing. But Okay. The original plan for this podcast was to be like, okay, well, let's rank what the actual best opening is, but I don't think we have time for that, really.
No.
There's no
We were
time
gonna
for
like
debate.
have this fun argument over it, but we just kept rambling.
Mm-hmm. Plus, it's really hard to kill your darlings. I don't want to tell Max what openings he likes that I think sucks. No, I'm kidding. And I'm sure he doesn't want to tell me that Eureka 7's a piece of shit.
I haven't seen it. How can I call it a piece
You
of
just
shit?
know. So, I think we're going to call it there.
And I guess speaking of, if Sword Art Online is your favorite anime, I'm sorry,
Yeah, sorry about that.
but watch more anime.
Your favorite anime has a cool opening. Goodbye. Until next time, this is Ben.
This is Max. Follow us on Twitter.
We
We'll
are
link it in the description.
Anim Eh?
We are Anim Eh.
Good night.
Good night.